behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Palm Mash TV. Palm Mash TV.
Well, hello there. It's Paul Mash TV time again. Thank you so much for joining us. We got a great interview coming up as usual. But before we do that, go ahead and subscribe and click the bell below you there, and check out the the description, and we'll show you how to contact us there, and we'll have all this recapped at the closing credits as well. From Shreveport, Louisiana today, we have Steve Pons, and I think you're going to really like him, and I know you'll like the song at the end. So let's go right to this commercial before we get into that. For Galtar, the guitar made specifically for a woman, and it begins right now.
Ready in 5.
Darling, when nothing else seems to match up. Galtar, the musical apparel that fits any outfit. Galtar, bringing heaven to earth, one gal at a time. GaltarHeaven.com.
Okay, we're back, and with us from Shreveport, Louisiana today, we have Shane Pons. Thanks for joining us, Shane.
Hey, thank you. How are you today?
Oh, doing pretty good. Glad to have you here today.
Thanks, sir.
Well, why don't you tell everybody, because the question I like to ask is, how you got started in the music business, but I'm sure you started at a young age, maybe goes deeper than that, so tell everybody your story.
So, interesting story. I didn't start until I was 28.
Oh.
I went through a divorce, my first divorce, and started singing karaoke, drunk karaoke, and it was fun. And then I sobered up the next day and went and sang again, and was like, oh, well, this is pretty fun. And then I started singing every time I turned around, and then I started got a band, and then did heavy metal music for a while, and then went Southern rock, and now I'm a country artist.
Yeah, that's an interesting turn from being heavy metal to a country musician, but
Right. Well, you hear it sometimes in my music, in my faster songs, and more of my rocking songs. It's just that's some part of my roots. I relate more to like Brantley Gilbert, Jason Aldean, I guess, from that Southern rock, aspect of it.
Okay, yeah, you mentioned Jason Aldean. Were there any other people that you grew up with that really helped motivate you?
I mean, who don't love Garth Brooks and George Strait, right? I love Cody Johnson though. Cody Johnson is one of my new favorite artists. Him, he is amazing.
Garth Brooks and a couple of those you mentioned. Yeah, they're really great artists and obviously legends. And I love those bands too as well. Well, tell me a little bit about how we can find your music. I mean, I'm sure it's on all streaming platforms, but tell us about any official sites or any social media sites you got going on as well.
Great. So it is out on all streaming platforms. I have a website called shanepons.com. You can Google. I had somebody tell me the other day, like, have you Googled yourself? Like, no, I haven't. Have you Googled yourself? But yes, I'm on iTunes, Apple. Well, Apple is iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, YouTube. Pretty much if it's out there, you can make a TikTok, a Facebook reel or Instagram story with my music. Just when you go to music, just type in Shane Pons and you can use it. So I got my first album out, and then two new single that's coming off the new album I have that's out, and it's actually playing on 407 stations right now nationwide. It's called So Many Whiskeys Ago.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, go check that out on all streaming platforms. Check him out on social media. Check out his website, ShanePons.com, I think you said. And
Yes, sir.
and I know he would love you for that. And speaking of that,
Yeah.
you just mentioned So Many Whiskeys Ago, which is the song we're about to play for you. I'm sure it's self-explanatory, but tell us the story behind that.
So, I mean, it's I love going bad because I can't stop drinking, and then at the very end of it, I just have enough of it, but it's too late. So many whiskeys ago.
Okay. Well, like I said, that sounds self-explanatory. I figured it was.
Right.
And it is a great song. I know you'll agree out there, and we'll get to that in just a second. But for right now, I think that's all we really needed right now, Shane. But come back anytime you want to plug something new. Maybe we'll have you back on again sometime.
Yeah, that would be wonderful. I've got a couple of other songs that we're going to hit. I was talking to my manager about it, and the director in the studio, he was like, "Man," I told him, I said, "I know. I'm trying to trust me. I'm ready to get them done." That's what we're doing here today. We're actually in here prepping, getting ready for the studio. We're going into the studio next Monday and Tuesday. So we're going over all the fine details and make sure we have everything in order.
Okay. Well, let's go right to the song So Many Whiskeys Ago by Shane Pons. It begins right now.
This place is so cold now, still wake up in a sweat. The bottles lay empty alongside the bed. She gave me fair warning, I deserved what I got. Drank away the only love I'd ever known. So many whiskeys ago, I remember the good times, how we danced and we laughed. Life was a party, the troubles began. One last drink too many, still it wasn't enough. Drank away the only love I needed most. Oh, so many whiskeys ago, I wouldn't stop or say three simple words. Traded whiskey for her love. Her heart held on long as it could, sugar down and high enough. Now I'm knocking on back, I see through the cracks of a life forever changed. See pieces of my broken heart lost in bottles of shame. Yeah. Some nights I look up at the stars in the sky, keep searching for answers, keep coming up dry. I guess that